Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you today about something that's going to ignite the fire inside of you. It's going to fuel your desire, your passion, your relentless pursuit of greatness. I want to talk to you about not quitting. I want to talk to you about the breakthrough that's closer than you think. Your breakthrough is coming. It may not feel like it today, but I want you to understand something deep in your spirit. What you are going through right now is not the end of your story. It's the middle of it. Life has a way of testing us, of pushing us to our limits, of making us wonder if the dreams we've been holding on to will ever come to fruition. And I get it. There are moments when the weight of the world feels so heavy on your shoulders that you wonder if you have the strength to carry it for another day. But hear me when I tell you, your breakthrough is coming, and it's closer than you think. I want you to take a moment and reflect on where you've been. Think about the challenges you've already faced, the battles you've already fought, and the storms you've already weathered. Now think about how far you've come. You didn't get to this point by accident. You didn't survive all that you've survived by chance. You made it because there's a resilience within you, a strength that you may not even fully recognize yet. And that strength is going to carry you through to your breakthrough. There will be times when it feels like nothing is happening, when it seems like all your efforts are in vain, when you pour your heart and soul into something and it feels like it's not moving forward. In those moments, the temptation to quit will be strong. But quitting is the one thing that will prevent you from seeing the miracle that is on the other side of your persistence. When you feel like you can't go another step, that's the moment when you need to dig deeper than you ever have before. That's the moment when you need to believe, not just in the dream, but in yourself. Your breakthrough is often the moment when you're about to give up, but instead, you decide to push just a little bit harder, just a little bit longer. It's important to understand that the road to success is rarely straight. It's filled with detours, bumps, and even complete roadblocks. There are times when we get lost, when we feel like we've lost our way, but that's just part of the process. The setback is never the final chapter. It's a lesson, it's a stepping stone, it's a detour to redirect you towards something even greater. Every setback, every disappointment, and every failure is preparing you for the moment when everything falls into place. It's preparing you for your breakthrough. But you have to stay the course. You have to keep moving forward, even when you can't see the end of the road. The power of your breakthrough lies in your perseverance. Every great success story is filled with moments where the person thought about quitting, but chose to keep going instead. You've got to trust the process, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Sometimes it takes years of effort before the breakthrough reveals itself. It may not come in the form you expect. It may not come when you expect it. But I promise you, if you don't give up, if you keep pressing on, it will come. And when it does, you'll look back and realize that all the struggles were worth it. You'll see how everything you went through was necessary to prepare you for the greatness that's on its way. One of the most powerful things you can do in this journey is to guard your mindset. The mind is where your breakthrough begins. You have to see it before you see it. You have to envision your breakthrough long before it ever manifests in the physical world. When you can see the vision in your mind, when you can hold on to that belief that the best is yet to come, you start making decisions and taking actions that align with your breakthrough. Every step you take in faith, every move you make toward your dream is bringing you closer to the moment when it all comes together. But it's also important to remember that your breakthrough might not look the way you expect. Sometimes the thing you think you need or want is not the thing that will serve you best. Your breakthrough may come in the form of a lesson, a new relationship, a new skill, or even a new perspective. Don't be so fixed on what you think your breakthrough should look like that you miss the opportunities and the signs that are right in front of you. Be open to the process. Be open to the journey. It's not always about the destination. Sometimes it's about the person you become along the way. And lastly, you have to believe that the breakthrough is for you. You have to believe that you're worthy of success, that you're deserving of greatness, that you have something special to offer this world. The only thing that can stop you is you. You are your biggest obstacle, but you are also your greatest ally. Keep going even when it seems hard. Keep going when the world around you says it can't be done, because you're closer than you think. Your breakthrough is coming, and it's waiting for you on the other side of your persistence, your belief, and your unwavering commitment to never give up. Keep going, because your moment is almost here. Success comes after the struggle. It's a phrase we hear often, but it's so much more than a simple motivational quote. It's a truth that every person who has ever achieved anything worthwhile knows deep in their bones. Success doesn't come easy. It doesn't come without challenges, setbacks, and hard work. In fact, success often comes after a period of deep struggle, a time when you feel like everything is against you, when the odds seem insurmountable, and when you start to question if it's even worth it. But let me tell you this, it is worth it, because success is born in the struggle, and the very hardships you're facing right now are the things that are preparing you for the victory that lies ahead. There are times in life when it feels like everything is falling apart. You work tirelessly, you put in the effort, but the results don't come. You look around and see others succeeding, and you wonder why things aren't happening for you. It's easy to become discouraged in those moments. It's easy to think that your hard work is in vain, that the struggle is too much, and that maybe you should just give up. But here's the thing. The struggle is not the enemy. The struggle is your teacher. It's your personal growth phase. It's the process that transforms you, strengthens you, and prepares you for what's to come. We all want the success. We all want the rewards, the recognition, the fulfillment that comes with achieving our goals. But here's the truth. Success doesn't come without sacrifice. It doesn't come without facing the pain, the disappointment, the setbacks, and the failures. It comes after the struggle, and it's because of the struggle that you will be able to truly appreciate the success when it comes. Think about any successful person you admire. Think about their journey. Chances are their path wasn't a smooth one. They faced obstacles. They dealt with rejection. They struggled to make ends meet. They questioned their abilities. They fought through doubt and fear. But they didn't quit. They didn't give up when it got hard. They pressed on, and because of that, they eventually reached their breakthrough. They succeeded because they were willing to endure the struggle and keep going despite the hardships. One of the most powerful things that struggle does is it teaches you resilience. It teaches you that no matter how many times you fall, you can always get back up. It teaches you that the pain you feel in the moment is not permanent, and that there's always a way through it. Success doesn't belong to the people who never experience setbacks. It belongs to the people who get up again and again, who keep moving forward when it seems impossible, who keep going even when the road is rough. Success comes to those who are willing to endure the struggle, because it's in the struggle that they find their strength. Struggle also helps to clarify what really matters to you. When things are easy, it's easy to take things for granted. But when you go through hard times, when you face challenges that push you to your limits, you start to realize what's truly important. You develop a sense of purpose and clarity that might not have been there before. Struggle forces you to dig deep and discover what you're made of. It forces you to ask yourself, how badly do I really want this? And when you answer that question honestly, when you find the courage to push forward despite the pain, you discover a level of determination and perseverance you never knew you had. Success also comes after the struggle, because struggle builds character. It teaches you humility, patience, and gratitude. When you face adversity, you realize that success is not something that can be taken for granted. You develop a deeper understanding of what it takes to achieve your goals. The struggles you face give you a greater appreciation for the victories you achieve. Without the struggle, success would lose its meaning. It would just be another achievement, another checkbox on the list. But when you succeed after going through a struggle, the victory is so much sweeter. It feels earned, it feels deserved, it feels like something you've truly worked for. And let's not forget that the struggle builds your skills. It sharpens your abilities and pushes you to grow in ways you never expected. Every challenge you face forces you to learn, adapt, and innovate. It forces you to become better at what you do. It may not feel like it in the moment, but every struggle is developing your skills, refining your talents, and preparing you for the next level. The more you struggle, the more you grow. And as you grow, you become more capable of handling the success that is waiting for you. So the next time you find yourself in the middle of a struggle, don't despair. Don't think for a second that it's a sign of defeat. It's not. It's a sign of progress. The struggle is what's going to make your success even more meaningful. It's what's going to build a foundation for the greatness that is coming your way. Keep going, keep fighting, keep pushing forward. Because success comes after the struggle, and the victory you're after is just on the other side of the hard work and the pain. You're stronger than you think, and your breakthrough is closer than you realize. Keep pressing on. Your success is waiting for you. Your current situation doesn't define your future. This is a truth that so many people fail to grasp when they're in the middle of a difficult time. When you're facing challenges, when things aren't going the way you want them to, it's easy to get caught up in the moment and think that this is it, that this is how things are always going to be. But I want to remind you today that your present circumstances do not determine where you will be tomorrow, next year, or 5 years from now. Your current situation is simply one chapter in a much larger story, and it does not have the power to define your future unless you allow it to. Too often we allow our circumstances to dictate our sense of worth, our belief in ourselves, and our view of what's possible. If things are going well, we feel on top of the world. If we're facing challenges, we feel defeated. But that's not how life works. The setbacks you face today are not the end of your journey. They're just temporary obstacles, hurdles that you must overcome in order to move to the next level. And trust me when I tell you that these struggles will not last forever. They might feel like they will, but they won't. What's important to understand is that your future is determined by your actions, your mindset, and your ability to persevere, not by what you're experiencing right now. When you look at your life, I want you to understand that what you see in front of you is not all that there is. The world is full of infinite possibilities, and just because these things aren't working out today doesn't mean that you're stuck. You are not defined by your circumstances. You are not defined by the mistakes you've made, the failures you've experienced, or the setbacks you've encountered. Those things don't have the power to limit your potential unless you allow them to. And if you choose to, you can rise above them. You can use them as stepping stones to build a stronger future. Your future is shaped by your decisions, not by your circumstances. The choices you make today have the power to change your life tomorrow. If you're unhappy with where you are right now, then it's time to take action. It's time to make a change, to take a step toward the life you want. You have the power to create the future you desire. Your dreams are not out of reach. They may not be realized today or even tomorrow, but with persistence, dedication, and a clear vision, you can make them a reality. No matter what you're going through right now, the future is full of possibilities, and your situation does not have to dictate your song. The key is to keep going. The road may be tough, but you have to keep moving forward. Even when you're struggling, even when it feels like progress is slow, remember that each step you take is one step closer to where you want to be. Change doesn't happen overnight, but it starts with a single decision. And that decision to keep going, to keep working, to keep believing in yourself is what will carry you through even the toughest times. Your future is not defined by how many times you fall down, but by how many times you get back up. It's also important to realize that your potential is limitless. The world often places labels on people based on where they're from, what they've experienced, or what they've accomplished so far. But those labels are not the truth of who you are. You are not your past mistakes, your failures, or your circumstances. You are a person with infinite potential, and no one can take that away from you. Your situation may not look like you want it to right now, but that doesn't mean that you are destined to stay where you are forever. Every day is a new opportunity to change, to grow, and to move closer to the life you want. Your future is not written in stone. It's written by your actions, your vision, and your willingness to move forward no matter what. Remember that some of the most successful people in the world started with nothing. They came from difficult backgrounds, faced overwhelming challenges, and encountered failures along the way. But they didn't allow their circumstances to define them. They used their struggles as fuel to push forward, to work harder, to learn more, and to become stronger. And in doing so, they created futures that were greater than they could have ever imagined. Your story is no different. You are capable of turning your life around, of achieving things you once thought impossible. Your current situation may not be ideal, but it does not have the power to stop you unless you let it. In the end, you are in control of your future. The choices you make today, the actions you take, and the mindset you choose will determine where you end up. Don't let the challenges of today convince you that you're stuck or that you can't achieve your dreams. You are not defined by your current situation. Your future is full of promise, and the best is yet to come. Keep moving forward and know that the life you want is within your reach. The power to create your future lies within you, and is waiting for you to claim it. The power of persistence is one of the most transformative forces in life. It's the key that unlocks doors to success, fulfillment, and personal growth. When you're persistent, you're not simply hoping for success, you're relentlessly working toward it, no matter how long it takes or how hard the journey gets. Persistence is what keeps you going when the world tells you to stop. When the obstacles seem insurmountable, when the setbacks feel like they're too much to bear. It's the quiet force that moves you from where you are to where you want to be, step by step, day by day, no matter the circumstances. In life, we all face challenges. We all encounter moments where it feels like the odds are stacked against us, when it seems like every effort we make to move forward is met with resistance. It's easy in these moments to think that maybe it's not meant to be, that success is just for others, not for you. But let me tell you this, it's in those very moments that persistence is most powerful. When everything seems to be falling apart, when things don't go according to plan, it's the ability to persist, to keep pushing, that separates those who achieve greatness from those who give up. The most successful people in the world didn't get there because they were the smartest, the luckiest, or the most gifted. They got there because they didn't quit. They stayed the course even when it was difficult, even when it seemed impossible. Persistence is not just about enduring hardships, it's about continuing to show up and take action in the face of adversity. It's about having the courage to keep going when you don't see immediate results, when you don't feel like you're getting closer to your goal. In fact, persistence often requires you to keep going even when you're unsure of the outcome. You have to trust that the effort you're putting in now will eventually pay off, even if you can't see how just yet. The work you do today might not show up immediately, but it is laying the foundation for what is to come. Every small step you take is a part of the bigger picture. Persistence is the force that allows you to keep moving forward even when you can't see the full picture. Many people think of persistence in terms of big achievements and grand gestures, but the power of persistence is often found in the small, consistent actions. It's in the daily grind, the repeated effort, the choices you make to keep going despite setbacks. This is where the magic happens. It's the simple act of showing up day after day that makes the difference. Every time you push through a challenge, every time you keep going when you feel like giving up, you are building a muscle that will carry you through even tougher times in the future. Persistence strengthens your resolve and shapes your character. It teaches you patience, resilience, and importance of consistency. And ultimately, it leads to results that would never have been possible without it. One of the most powerful things about persistence is that it often leads to breakthroughs when you least expect them. Just when you feel like you're about to break, when you think that the struggle is too much to bear, that's when things can suddenly shift. Success is rarely linear. It doesn't always happen in a straight line. Sometimes you have to push through a series of failures, mistakes, and disappointments before you finally break through to success. But when you look back, you'll see that all those moments were necessary. They were all part of the process. Each struggle was a lesson, each failure was a step forward, and every setback was simply a moment that brought you closer to your breakthrough. Persistence keeps you in the game long enough to see that breakthrough happen. It's also important to remember that persistence isn't just about physical effort, it's about mental and emotional resilience as well. It's about believing in yourself even when no one else does. It's about trusting in your vision, your goals, and your dreams, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. It's about maintaining the belief that you are capable, that you have what it takes even when you don't feel like it. This mental and emotional persistence is often what separates those who give up from those who achieve their dreams. It's the ability to keep your mind focused on the outcome, even when the process is tough, and to keep your heart full of hope and determination, even in the face of adversity. The power of persistence is not just about reaching the destination, it's also about the person you become along the way. When you persist, you learn to embrace discomfort, to grow from your mistakes, and to become stronger with every obstacle you overcome. Persist develops your inner strength, your discipline, and your self-confidence. It shows you that you are capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. And when you finally reach your goal, when you look back on all the hard work, the struggles, and the sacrifices, you'll realize that the true value of persistence is not just the achievement itself, it's the transformation that took place within you throughout the journey. In the end, persistence is about believing in your vision, even when the world doubts you. It's about having the courage to keep moving forward, even when it feels like progress is slow. It's about refusing to give up, no matter how many times you face failure. Because with persistence, you'll find that the impossible becomes possible, and the life you dream of can be yours. Keep going, keep pushing, because your success is on the other side of your persistence. The power of persistence is one of the most transformative forces in life. It's the key that unlocks doors to success, fulfillment, and personal growth. When you're persistent, you're not simply hoping for success, you're relentlessly working toward it, no matter how long it takes or how hard the journey gets. Persistence is what keeps you going when the world tells you to stop, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, when the setbacks feel like they're too much to bear. It's the quiet force that moves you from where you are to where you want to be, step by step, day by day, no matter the circumstances. In life, we all face challenges. We all encounter moments where it feels like the odds are stacked against us, where it seems like every effort we make to move forward is making assistance. It's easy, these moments, to think that maybe it's not meant to be, that success is just for others, not for you. But let me tell you this, it's in those very moments that persistence is most powerful. When everything seems to be falling apart, when things don't go according to plan, it's the ability to persist, to keep pushing, that separates those who achieve greatness from those who give up. The most successful people in the world didn't get there because they were the smartest, the luckiest, or the most gifted. They got there because they didn't quit. They stayed the course, even when it was difficult, even when it seemed impossible. Persistence is not just about enduring hardships, it's about continuing to show up and take action in the face of adversity. It's about having the courage to keep going when you don't see immediate results, when you don't feel like you're getting closer to your goal. In fact, persistence often requires you to keep going even when you're unsure of the outcome. You have to trust that the effort you're putting in now will eventually pay off, even if you can't see how just yet. The work you do today might not show up immediately, but it is laying the foundation for what is to come. Every small step you take is a part of the bigger picture, and persistence is the force that allows you to keep moving forward, even when you can't yet see the full picture. Many people think of persistence in terms of big achievements and grand gestures, but the power of persistence is often found in the small, consistent actions. It's in the daily grind, the repeated effort, the choices you make to keep going despite setbacks. This is where the magic happens. It's the simple act of showing up day after day that makes the difference. Every time you push through a challenge, every time you keep going when you feel like giving up, you are building a muscle that will carry you through even tougher times in the future. Persistence strengthens your resolve and shapes your character. It teaches you patience, resilience, and the importance of consistency. And ultimately, it leads to results that would never have been possible without it. One of the most powerful things about persistence is that it often leads to breakthroughs when you least expect them. Just when you feel like you're about to break, when you think the struggle is too much to bear, that's when things can suddenly shift. Success is rarely linear. It doesn't always happen in a straight line. Sometimes you have to push through the fissures of failures, mistakes, and disappointments before you finally break through to success. But when you look back, you'll see that all those moments were necessary. They were all part of the process. Each struggle was a lesson. Each failure was a step forward. And every setback was simply a moment that brought you closer to your breakthrough. Persistence keeps you in the game long enough to see that breakthrough happen. It's also important to remember that persistence isn't just about physical effort, it's about mental and emotional resilience as well. It's about believing in yourself even when no one else does. It's about trusting in your vision, your goals, and your dreams even when the road ahead seems uncertain. It's about maintaining the belief that you are capable, that you have what it takes even when you don't feel like it. This mental and emotional persistence is often what separates those who give up from those who achieve their dreams. It's the ability to keep your mind focused on the outcome, even when the process is tough, and to keep your heart full of hope and determination, even in the face of adversity. The power of persistence is not just about reaching the destination, it's also about the person you become along the way. When you persist, you learn to embrace discomfort, to grow from your mistakes, and to become stronger with every obstacle you overcome. Persistence develops your inner strength, your discipline, and your self-confidence. It shows you that you are capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. When you finally reach your goal, when you look back on all the hard work, the struggles, and the sacrifices, you'll realize that the true value of persistence is not just the achievement itself, it's the transformation that took place with you throughout the journey. In the end, persistence is about believing in your vision, even when the world doubts you. It's about having the courage to keep moving forward, even when it feels like progress is slow. It's about refusing to give up, no matter how many times you face failure. Because with persistence, you'll find that the impossible becomes possible, and the life you dream of can be yours. Keep going, keep pushing, because your success is on the other side of the mirror side of your persistence. Faith in yourself is the key to unlocking your fullest potential. Without it, no matter how much talent, knowledge, or opportunity you have, you'll find yourself stuck at the starting line, paralyzed by doubt, unable to move forward. Faith in yourself isn't just about believing in your abilities. It's about trusting that no matter what challenges you face, you have the strength to overcome them. It's about knowing deep down that even in the toughest of times, you can rise to the occasion and find a way through. When you have faith in yourself, you hold the power to shape your own destiny. You are no longer at the mercy of your circumstances, but rather you are the one who steers the ship. This faith doesn't come easily, and it certainly doesn't come overnight. It's something that you must cultivate every single day, even when the world is telling you that you can't do it. But with each step you take toward believing in your own worth and capability, you become unstoppable. The world has a way of challenging your belief in yourself. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't going well, or when people around you don't understand your vision. There will always be voices of doubt, whether from external sources or from within. These voices will tell you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. They will try to convince you that your dreams are too big, that you're not worthy of success. But when you believe in yourself, you become immune to these voices. You stop listening to the negative chatter and start focusing on the voice inside you that says, I can do this. I am enough. Faith in yourself means having the courage to push past your fears, doubts, and insecurities. It's about taking action even when the outcome is uncertain. It's about moving forward in spite of the uncertainty, trusting that each step you take will lead you closer to your goal. When you don't believe in yourself, every setback becomes a sign of defeat. Every failure feels like confirmation that you're not capable. But when you have faith in yourself, you understand that setbacks are not the end. They are merely opportunities to learn, to grow, and to come back stronger. Faith gives you the resilience to bounce back, to keep going even when things aren't going according to plan. It allows you to see failures as stepping stones, not roadblocks, and to embrace them as part of the journey. When you believe in yourself, you don't wait for external validation. You no longer depend on others to tell you that you're on the right path. You trust your own judgment and your own instincts. It's about having the confidence to make decisions based on your vision, rather than seeking approval from the outside world. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't listen to advice or consider other perspectives, but it means that you are grounded enough in your own sense of self-worth and purpose that you don't need anyone else's permission to pursue your dreams. Having faith in yourself also means being patient with the process. Success rarely happens overnight, and the road to your dreams will likely be filled with challenges, disappointments, and moments of doubt. But faith in yourself is what allows you to keep going when the results aren't immediate. It's what helps you stay focused on the long-term vision, even when the journey gets tough. When you trust that you are capable of reaching your goals, you are willing to endure the hard times, because you know they will eventually lead to something greater. Your belief in yourself gives you the tenacity to keep pushing forward, even when you can't yet see the destination clearly. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like. But remember that everything takes time, and the greatest successes often come after the longest periods of struggle. Faith in yourself allows you to keep going, even when progress feels slow. It allows you to trust that every small step is bringing you closer to the success you seek. One of the most powerful aspects of faith in yourself is that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you believe in your ability to succeed, the more likely you are to take the actions necessary to make that success happen. When you have confidence in your own potential, you start to act in ways that align with your goals. You make choices that support your dreams, you take risks, and you put in the effort needed to move forward. Conversely, when you don't believe in yourself, you tend to hold back, to play it safe, and to avoid the very actions that could lead to your success. Faith is the spark that ignites the fire of your ambition. It is the foundation upon which all your dreams can be built. Without it, you'll find it difficult to take the necessary risks, to put in the hard work, or to keep going when things get tough. But with faith in yourself, there is no limit to what you can achieve. You are capable of far more than you know, and when you learn to trust in your own abilities, there is nothing that can stand in your way. So no matter where you are right now, no matter what challenges you're facing, remember this: you have everything you need inside of you to succeed. Believe in yourself, trust in your potential, and take that first step, knowing that with faith in yourself, you are already on the path to greatness. You are not alone. No matter what you may be going through, no matter how isolating or overwhelming it feels, you are not alone. Life has a way of making us feel like we're the only ones dealing with challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. But the truth is, everyone at some point feels alone in their struggles. The human experience is filled with moments of doubt, fear, and loneliness, but these moments do not define you. They do not signify that you are alone in the world. You are surrounded by people who care, who understand, and who are experiencing similar struggles. There is a powerful sense of connection that we often fail to recognize in our moments of pain or hardship. And understanding that you are not alone is one of the most healing realizations you can have. Sometimes when life gets hard, it feels as though the weight of the world is on your shoulders. You might feel like no one understands your pain or the challenges you are facing. You may feel like you're the only one carrying a heavy burden, and that can lead to feelings of isolation. But the reality is, everyone goes through hard times, and each person has their own struggles, even if they aren't immediately visible. The things that make you feel isolated, your doubts, your fears, your failures, are shared by others, even if they don't show it on the surface. You are part of a larger human experience, one that is filled with shared emotions, struggles, and triumphs. There is power in knowing that you are not isolated in your struggles. The truth is, the connection between people is far greater than we often realize. It's easy to feel disconnected when you're caught up in your own world of problems, but the human experience is universally shared. Your story, your emotions, your fears, there are countless others who have gone through or are currently going through something similar. When we remember that we are not alone in our struggles, it allows us to open up, to reach out for help, and to connect with others in ways that foster healing and understanding. It's easy to believe that no one can possibly understand what you're going through, but the moment you allow yourself to talk about your challenges, to share your struggles, you begin to see that there is support, empathy, and community all around you. It's also important to recognize that being alone doesn't mean you have to be isolated. You might feel like you don't have anyone you can talk to, but there are always people out there who care, whether they're family, friends, or even strangers who can offer a listening ear. The feeling of loneliness can sometimes make us withdraw, but in reality, the more we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and open up, the more we realize that there is an entire network of people ready to support us. The people who are meant to be there for you, who will listen and offer support, might not always be the ones you expect, but they're out there. When you allow yourself to seek out these connections, you open the door to healing, to understanding, and to building the kind of relationships that can help you weather any storm. There is strength in knowing that we are not alone. The power of community is often underestimated. When you connect with others, you are reminded that you are part of something greater than yourself. You don't have to face challenges in isolation. In fact, the most powerful growth happens when we work together, when we lean on others, and when we let go of the illusion that we must handle everything on our own. We weren't designed to carry the burdens of life in solitude. It's through connection, through shared experiences, that we grow stronger and more resilient. When we allow ourselves to reach out for help, we create bonds that make us more capable of overcoming the obstacles in front of us. In addition to the people around you, you are also not alone in the larger world of support and inspiration. There are countless resources, communities, and avenues for you to explore that can help you through difficult times. Books, podcasts, social media groups, online forums. There are so many spaces where people come together to share their experiences and provide mutual support. These communities might not be people you see face to face, but they still offer the kind of connection that reminds you that you are not walking your path alone. There are people in every corner of the world who have walked similar roads, and by reaching out to these communities, you can find the encouragement and guidance you need. Furthermore, it's important to recognize that you are never truly alone, even in the deepest moments of isolation. There is an inner strength within you, a deep reservoir of resilience and courage that will carry you through when it feels like no one else is around. I trust in the strength that resides within you. Even when the world feels empty, know that there is always something inside of you that is capable of facing any challenge. You have a wellspring of potential and power within you that you may not always see or feel, but it is there. And when you tap into that inner strength, you realize that in many ways you've never really been alone. You've always had everything you need to survive, to thrive, and to rise above any hardship. In the end, you are not alone, and you never have been. Whether through the people who care about you, the communities that exist to support you, or the strength within yourself, you are always surrounded by resources and connections that will help you navigate life's challenges. You are never truly isolated in your struggles, and by embracing the truth that you are not alone, you open yourself up to healing, growth, and the power of connection. The next time you find yourself feeling isolated, remember you are part of something much larger than yourself, and there's always someone who understands, always a way forward, and always support available to you. You are never alone. The power of vision is one of the most profound forces in our lives. It's the ability to see beyond what is, to imagine what could be, and to hold that vision with such clarity and purpose that it drives every action, every decision, and every step we take. Vision is not just about seeing with our eyes, it's about seeing with our hearts and minds, tapping into a deeper sense of purpose that guides us through life's complexities. When we have a clear vision, it becomes a beacon of light that illuminates our path, helps us navigate through the darkness, and gives us the courage to keep going, even when the road ahead seems uncertain or difficult. At its core, vision is about direction. It's about having a clear understanding of where you want to go, even if the specific details of the journey are just to you. It's about creating a mental picture of your desired future and letting that picture guide your actions. Without a vision, life can feel aimless and disconnected. You might move from one day to the next, reacting to circumstances and living passively. But when you have a vision, every day becomes an opportunity to move closer to that ideal future. Your decisions become intentional, your goals more focused, and your efforts more aligned with your larger purpose. A clear vision serves as a compass, pointing you in the right direction and ensuring that you are consistently moving toward what you truly want in life. Vision is also incredibly powerful because it creates motivation. When you have a vision of something greater, it fuels your passion and gives you the drive to push through obstacles. The challenges you face, no matter how daunting, become easier to overcome because you know that they are simply stepping stones toward your vision. Vision gives you a reason to persevere. Even when the going gets tough, it keeps you grounded in your why when the how feels overwhelming. Having a vision is like having an inner fire that refuses to be extinguished by the winds of doubt, fear, or uncertainty. It keeps you moving forward, even when external circumstances are not in your favor. The power of vision is also rooted in its ability to transform your mindset. When you have a clear vision, you start to see possibilities where others see limitations. Instead of focusing on what you lack, you focus on what you can create. Your vision shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, from defeat to opportunity. It makes you realize that your potential is limitless, that your dreams are possible, and that with hard work and determination, you can manifest your vision into reality. A strong vision doesn't just change your goals, it changes your entire outlook on life. It rewires your thinking, pushing you to think bigger, dream higher, and aim further than you ever thought possible. One of the most remarkable things about vision is its ability to inspire action. It's easy to talk about what you want or dream of, but vision ignites the spark that drives you to act. Without vision, it's easy to get distracted, to procrastinate, or to let fear hold you back. But when you have a powerful vision, it's like a magnet pulling you toward your future. You begin to take steps, no matter how small, that bring you closer to your goals. Vision gives you the courage to take risks, to step outside of your comfort zone, and to challenge yourself in ways you never thought possible. When you have a clear picture of where you're headed, you can't help but be motivated to take action every single day. Your vision becomes the fuel that propels you forward, even when the journey feels long or uncertain. The power of vision also lies in its ability to provide clarity. In a world full of distractions and competing demands for our time and attention, a clear vision helps you stay focused on what truly matters. It allows you to filter out the noise and prioritize your efforts in a way that brings you closer to your desired outcome. Vision helps you make decisions with confidence because you know that each choice is either moving you closer to or further away from your goal. It simplifies life by giving you a clear sense of purpose, a reason for doing what you do, and an understanding of why each action is important. With a vision, you can navigate life's twists and turns with a sense of direction and certainty. What makes vision even more powerful is its ability to evolve and adapt. As you grow and change, so too will your vision. Sometimes the path that seems so clear in the beginning might take unexpected turns, or new opportunities might emerge that shift the course of your journey. The beauty of vision is that it's flexible. It's not set in stone. It's a living, breathing thing that evolves with you. It allows you to dream bigger, adjust your goals, and refine your strategies as you gain new insights and experiences. And even when your vision shifts, its power remains the same. As long as you are committed to moving forward, your vision will continue to guide and inspire you. In many ways, the power of vision is the power of hope. It's the ability to see beyond your current circumstances and believe in the possibility of something better. It's the belief that you are capable of achieving great things and that your dreams are worth pursuing, no matter how challenging the journey may be. Vision gives you hope in the face of adversity, helps you maintain faith in yourself when things are tough, and reminds you that your future is in your hands. It is a reminder that no matter where you start, you have the ability to shape your destiny and create the life you envision. Ultimately, the power of vision is the power to transform your life. It provides the clarity, motivation, and direction needed to turn dreams into reality. It inspires action, shifts your mindset, and keeps you focused on what truly matters. When you have a vision, you are no longer merely surviving, you are actively creating your future, step by step with intention and purpose. The power of vision is not just in its ability to help you achieve your goals, it's on its ability to help you become the person you were always meant to be.